Good evening. Welcome to a fantastical night of Cat Space. I am Cat. This is Buckets. With me is Luna and Leon. Good evening. How are we all?
Evening.
Hello.
Before we start, I'd like to give a shout out to the newest of subscribers, our current subscribers and viewers. Thank you so much for the love and for the likes, especially the comments. Absolutely digging them. Keep them coming, guys. Keep subscribing to our page. Also, I want to give out a shout out. This topic was a huge inspo for me. Thanks, Paul. Mono, this one's yours. This is a great idea. Thank you so much for being the inspo behind this topic we're about to do.
And we're stealing it. Well done.
Exactly. Well done with stealing it. And we hope we get you on our show soon. So thank you, mate. Okay. So our topic is Australia as a cold country. Okay, so let's have some fun. Guys, imagine if Australia was in the northern hemisphere, not the southern hemisphere. My first question I'm going to throw out to Luna is, what would be the first thing you would do in the snow?
Ooh. All right. So I have been to the snow about 2 times in my whole life. And I will say I did all the American things. I did a snow angel. I did a snowman. The first time that I went there, I was severely unprepared. I literally had to wear like 8 of my dad's work vests. You know those little high-vis vests? I had like 8 of them on. I had one wrapped around my head and shit because I just didn't come prepared. I don't know where I thought I was going to a sunny beach holiday. I was going to the snow. So that was the first thing. The snow is very cold and wet. I'll say that. But yeah, snowman. I think snowman, snow angel. I don't know. Throw a snowball at someone. Throw a snowball.
Cool. Leon, what would be the first thing you would do in the snow?
I following in the tradition of Dumb and Dumber. The first thing I would do is I would make a snowman with the buttons and the carrot and put the carrot and the buttons in the wrong position. Now because I've actually never been to the snow before, although if I'd have been in the UK during a winter time, it might have been different. But I was at the UK during the summertime, and like Luna, I was unprepared. See, I brought all my hot stuff, assuming that it was going to be hot, and it was
Yeah.
about 30 degrees. So I ended up having to buy a whole bunch of new clothes just to make sure I was cool instead of boiling hot. Because people were looking at me sideways. They were like, "Bloody tourist." Obviously,
Yeah.
I've never been to the snow before. I've never been to the snow before. So I would love to go to the snow.
You feel severely, sorry to interrupt, Leon, but didn't you feel severely unprepared for it? Like you did not expect it to be that cold?
I was there during the UK summer, and that UK summer was like 30 degrees, and
Yeah.
this was during our winter too. So, um, yeah, I was definitely underprepared. Next time, I should pay attention to my instincts instead of Jessica Simpson when she came out to Australia that one time. She came out during winter. She came out during our winter in 2000 to promote her singles at the time, and she wore her summer clothes in winter at night and wondering why it was cold.
Is that chicken or fish?
Ah, yes, I get what you want. I watched that. I watched that TV series, amazingly enough.
It
Anyway.
says tuna, but is it says chicken of the sea?
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Love you, Jessica. Phil, buckets. What would be the first thing you would do in the snow?
Okay, look, I've been to the snow before, like just once. I went with friends. And the first thing I would actually do, or maybe the second, first thing I would do on my second trip about going to the snow, would be get some proper instructions about how to make a decent snowman so it doesn't
Yes.
look like a big something else.
Yep.
If you know what I mean, because every time I tried to make my snowman, everyone
Snow devil.
around me thought
It
I was
doesn't.
making something else.
It is so hard. It really is.
Because you're trying to keep it PG, right? And it's almost impossible. It's almost impossible. And so, like even people used to come up to me and said, "Look, this is a PG zone, mate. Just be a bit easy here,
You
Just
can always do what Homer Simpson did instead. 'Cause he just rolled out in the snow, trying to make himself a snow angel. For some weird reason, it ended up being a snow devil.
That's hard. That's really hard, And people try to help with trying to give me their own snowballs, so
Were they
pull it-
pelting you with their own
Yeah.
snowballs?
No, they just they were trying to roll it up, but that just made it worse because it's just getting bigger. Anyway, that's the first thing. Get instructions. I'd totally do a snow angel. I've done it snow angels before, but maybe the smartest thing you could honestly do is wear boots, but do not climb ridges, because if you do, the chances of you twisting your ankles are really high, because as you said, it's snow and it's water. Okay, and you will slip. There's, you'll slip like it's sand, right? So, you gotta be really careful about that.
What would I do? I'm gonna take Luna's route. I'm gonna do all the American things. I'm gonna make a snow angel. Then I'm gonna make snowballs.
Sorry.
And then I'm gonna jump around like a crazy little elf singing Christmas songs. Then I'm gonna pretend that I'm skiing when I'm not.
You're doing well on the simulator. Now it's time for the real thing.
I think that's what I would do.
If you can do air guitar, you can do air skiing, right? I mean,
Second question. How fun would it be to actually make the snowman, but not just any white snowman? Imagine being able to get food coloring and mixing it in with the snow and creating your own like colorful snowman.
okay, would it be yellow by any chance?
No.
God.
We're going with pink.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I was just gonna say that.
Not blue, not period.
I feel like it's the most neutral, most non-obvious color.
Yeah.
What else is pink?
I think I'd go with purple. The hue of pink.
Would color preservative did that color preservative actually work with snow? I wonder.
Yeah, of course, like a snow cone.
Yeah, yeah, it's up along those lines, man. I'm gonna make mine brown so that way I'm inclusive.
Oh, I just got that in my
You
head.
can use mud.
Oh,
Save yourself some money.
And now some great saving advice from Luna.
what color would you do?
Use mud.
I just keep it white because I wouldn't color it at all except if it's yellow.
Brown. Oh, I should. Oh, ew, all right, everyone.
What's
the matter with you guys?
Took you a minute.
My brain's gone places wrong. Mud. It's
I know.
mud. It's
I
mud.
know. That's what I said. I'm like, oh my god.
Good grief.
Next question. Here's a fun one. I'll throw this one to Luna first. Would Australia get the Winter Games?
Eventually, yes. I mean, have we not had the Winter Games here before? We can't. Is it not possible?
We've had the Commonwealth.
We've had
Games.
Commonwealth.
We've had Commonwealth,
Olympics.
exactly. So I'm assuming that if we had the environment to sustain the Winter Games, then yes, they would be hosted here. But of course we would. We're in the Commonwealth. Oh, of course we're going to have the Winter Games here.
When you're looking at a country that's in the northern hemisphere where there's a lot of snow everywhere, and they have the Winter Games, that's why I was asking you, would Australia get the Winter Games?
Of course we would. I'm going to say this. We're bigger in name. We're bigger in name. That's like saying, would America get the Winter Games at some point? Yes, of course. Of course they would. Oh, there you go. Of course they would. Every country would get a turn, but I definitely think Australia would be up there. We've got a massive landscape. Can you imagine if we had like winter, how they have it overseas? Can you imagine we'd have the mountains? We'd have the Australian Alps, the Australian Alf. If anyone got that joke, shout out in the comments below.
No. Leon, would Australia get the Winter Games?
Maybe after nuclear winter, maybe. Then we might start having the
When hell
winter
freezes
straight.
over. When hell freezes over.
That's coming sooner than you think. So everybody get the skis ready.
No, but all seriousness, because we're in the southern hemisphere, we don't get winter. Well, don't get enough snow to really have a winter game. Today we got some parts in Australia where we can actually do some like winter like events like ice skating. I think that's one thing we can definitely do. I don't know if they've got places where you can do ice skating, Luna, over there in Victoria, but we've got
course.
plenty over here.
We've
in New
even
South
got
Wales.
like guys, you realize that we have our own sort of Alps here, yeah. We
Yes.
have a place where it snows and you can go skiing, you can go like there's a whole resort.
We got
and it-
Thredbo.
Yeah,
Definitely Thredbo.
You've got they got the Yarra Ranges, it snows out there. I mean, at the end of the day, if they wanted to build it, they could, and it could theoretically it would have to be done in winter. But
if you built it, they will come.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
well, I mean, like a lot of those snow resorts resort to baby nappies, if I'm not mistaken, you know, when they don't have enough snowfall.
Well, some of them do, yes, but then in other parts of I don't think you guys understand how large Australia is.
Hmm.
And Tasmania is part of that. Tasmania is very close to the bottom of the world, and it's very cold down there. Gets very cold. There's places in Australia that reach negative 100%.
I remember going to Tasmania, and we
Having a
went,
terrible time. No, I'm joking. Go on.
actually, no, we had a great time because we went up to up Mount Wellington, and the night before, like everything had been frozen over, so everything kind of looked like icicles were off everything,
Everywhere. Yeah.
and it was the most beautiful thing I've seen in my life.
We get that sometimes here in Victoria.
Yeah. So no, when it turns cold, it doesn't mean it's ugly. It's actually really beautiful.
Yeah.
I'll ask you the same question. Would Australia get the Winter Games?
If we had the right conditions for it, of course we'd get it. Why wouldn't we get it? We've got everything else. You know, like if we can have soccer.
We just need in and out now.
yeah,
Oh yes.
you know, if we can, if we can look, if there's a senator that isn't willing to knock back games, okay, then I'm sure we could have it in Melbourne. What do you reckon?
Exactly. Next question.
Dan Andrews, I'm talking about you, mate. But
Dan
Hello.
Andrews ain't the premier anymore.
no, he's not. But you know what? They could have had.
But he forgot, so he's going to address him.
Right. He could have had the Commonwealth Games, and he knocked it back. I just want to say that he
And
knocked.
now it's going to Malaysia. If I
There was
understand correctly.
no money for it. They agreed to it without the budget. Do you know how dumb that is? I'm sorry, but what?
Oh, they could. They could have. We managed to fund a.
Everyone could have chipped in $3 and we could have all gone Harveys, huh?
They could have
Exactly.
hosted all the events in Geelong.
That's exactly why couldn't we do that? We just chip in $3.
Didn't have the money for the stadiums, guys. That's just the end up of it all.
How many people do we have in Australia currently? If we
5,
5 million?
including you.
So let's see. So everyone chips in $3, right?
$5.
That's every man, woman, child chips in $3. Okay, that's $15 million. We could have held it for sure.
Obviously, we know certain parts of Australia, Tasmania included, only get snow. We're talking about Thredbo and Jindabyne. But just imagine what would Australia look like with snow covered in every corner of Australia, on every road, on every street, in suburbs, like you would envision something you would see in the Hallmark Christmas movies. Like, what would Australia look like
Can I say
with
something?
snow covered everywhere?
Can I say something about that? Christmas would actually make sense in Australia for the first time, because currently it doesn't. Right? We have, like, seriously, I cook some sort of roast, either roast chicken or roast pork for my
Reindeer.
and a lot of other mothers cook a roast or whatever their traditional meats are. in the middle of summer. That makes no sense. Okay, why are we talking about reindeers in the southern hemisphere? There's no reindeers here, you know, and they wouldn't show up here anyway, except if they're Santa's reindeers, of course. But
We're going
my-
off topic here. I'm pretty sure we're talking about if Australia.
no, but my point is, I want an ugly sweater, and I'm not able to get that in December because it's not winter.
Well,
But
because it's in summer, you might as well get some ugly budgie smugglers instead.
But
Lovely. There's an idea right there.
But no,
Start
but if it was winter all year round, or if December was really a winter season, okay, for Australia, then I would have my ugly sweater, okay, and my ugly socks. And maybe I might meet ugly Phil. I don't know.
Anyways, anyways, back to that question. What would Australia look like with snow covered everywhere and it's just so white and so pure and beautiful? Luna.
Oh, like a winter wonderland, like a little winter
Ah.
wonderland baby. It would be absolutely stunning. Number one. Number two, I feel like a lot of people would have a lot of struggle with it because our landscape is so like wide, if that makes sense. Not everything's not enclosed in a small area. I feel like people will have a lot of trouble with it, especially in we have a lot of, like, think about it, in parks, even when there's like parks and stuff, the footpaths are always made of dirt or rocks or anything. We don't really have that much footpaths here, so to say. In the cities, in the suburbs, a little bit, yes, but then you go out and you get grass and you get trees everywhere, and we're very much reliant on dry ground. Australians would not know how to cope with this, but it would be so beautiful. I would love to get some photos just for 5 minutes, and then it needs to go back to the northern hemisphere.
Leon, what would Australia look like with snow covered everywhere?
Oh man, I tell you what, if it was snow covered everywhere in Australia, I'd be like a kid in a candy store. Like I said before, I've never been out in the snow, so it'd be a great experience for me. I would absolutely love it. I'm always tempted to think about going to Canada because that's where one of my mates lives, and it snows there pretty much all year around. So, yeah, like I said, I'd be like a kid in a candy store. I would just like make snowmen or snow, who knows what. Who knows what? I'd probably need to make snow weapons to defend to defend myself against snow enemies or something. I don't know.
You know what? I keep thinking about Home Alone and imagine opening your house door and your steps are covered in snow. Your flower areas are covered in snow, grass is covered in snow, the streets are covered in snow. I mean, what a beautiful sight. You mentioned Canada. Now, hello. I would love, and I even said this to my parents, I even said this to Phil and my friends, which is I wish someone would get like those hoses and you just spray the whole town with snow. Just spray the whole town. The government pay for it, just spray everywhere and just make it look like a winter wonderland, like in a Hallmark movie. That'd be
destroy it.
my dream.
But that's literally homegrown terrorism. That's what that is. Because the amount of people that would slip over yeah, that's actually illegal. You know that, right?
No, but imagine walking in the snow and shopping in the snow and wearing those really cute earmuffs that keep your ears warm and sort of wearing mittens and sort of I would be like a kid in the Candyland, like, yeah, for sure.
There's a reason why Americans actually don't really like the snow. Because you can't unless you've got special wheels that can plow through the snow.
Aren't they chain tires? Are they
Yeah,
chain link
chain
tires?
tires. Your car is effectively stuck.
That's why I call Mr. Plow.
That's my name. That
Hey,
name again is
again,
Mr. Plow.
Hope we don't get flagged for that one.
You know, yeah, we're gonna get flagged.
Mr. Plow.
No, really.
That's my name.
You can't get flagged if it's under 10 seconds, guys. So we can do it for up to 10 seconds if we really want to.
That means we can do it again and again. How sweet is that?
That name again is
Mr.
Mr. Plow. Hello, Plow King Lading.
Anyway, no, it's well, I just think it's funny that it's like in Australia, like snow is like a winter wonderland, but in America, it's the nightmare from hell kind of thing. But like all your insurance premiums would actually go up every time it would snow, or you had a snow-based accident, and that would be another problem as well.
Last question, since we're having fun with this. I'm gonna kick it off to Luna again. What would your favorite winter food or drinks be? What is your go-to favorite winter food in the snow? Like what would it be? Food, drinks, snacks, you name it. Luna?
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking to Leon. I'm sitting here thinking he's about to answer. I'm
Well,
like,
it's easy to
I'm
get us
like,
mixed up
this
because
is
we
a
both have L's in
captivating-
our names.
I get hearing issues. I hear the owl and I'm like, oh, okay. All right. Tell me, sorry, can you please repeat the questions, madam?
That's why I said I'm throwing it to Luna. What would your favorite winter food and snacks and drinks be in the snow? If you could pick anything.
Oh, there's so many. It's obviously something American. It has to be. Maybe like I feel like a hot chocolate with the marshmallows. Oh, see, I've always wanted to have one of those like American style hot chocolates. That sounds good.
Yeah.
But there's so many to choose from. See, too many, Cat. All of them. I want all of them. Is that it? Can that be my answer? Good. All of them. All the winter foods. The French onion soup in a bread bowl. The what else do they have in the winter? Give me ideas, people.
Cookies.
Yes. Well, that's an all the time food, I reckon. But all those nice things that they bring out during the winter, I want them. I want to try them. I'm willing to risk my body. Send them to me. PO Box 123456778.
Leon's laughing. What would your favorite food and drinks be and snacks? Anything you desire in the snow, like what would you eat and drink?
Oh wow, Luna definitely took it out of my mouth. It would either be to be honest, it'd be either hot chocolate, like Luna said. That's the most obvious. It'll be either a hot chocolate with some marshmallows, or here's something you can get in Australia. It's called a chocolate bomb. Now, what it is, right? You put it in a cup, you put it in a big mug cup or whatever. Put some milk in there, put some hot water on the chocolate, and what happens? It just gently dissolves, and it dissolves into like a hot chocolate, and there is have dozens of mini marshmallows in the center of it. It is absolutely yummy. If you haven't had one before, go out and get one. They're absolutely amazing. Oh, tomorrow I'm probably going to go out and see if I can find one because they were absolutely lovely.
Buckets, what would your favorite winter food, snacks and drinks be?
Well, I'd have three. Okay. So maybe I'd have to start off with a nice pumpkin pie, because that's traditional American. I've never had a pumpkin pie, but I'd like to try it at least once.
It's like a meat pie with pumpkin in it.
But I heard it's a bit sweet and stuff.
It's pie with pumpkin. No, it is sweet. It is sweet.
Oh
But
yeah,
you
definitely.
can taste the pumpkin. I've had it at my work before.
Right. And then after that, I might actually have a nice roast lamb after that. And I'd finish it up with a blueberry and apple crumble with whipped cream after that. That's what And then I'd just finish it up with a hot chocolate with
I think I would have a nice hot chicken soup with vegetables in it. And then I would dunk the bread in it while it's hot. And then I'll probably have a apple pie straight out of the oven with ice cream next to it. And I know you guys have said hot chocolate, but I'm gonna one up that. I'm gonna have a hot chocolate and peppermint, hot chocolate and peppermint with marshmallows inside it.
I love that we all joined the marshmallow gang. Winter. Everyone's like, "Yep," with marshmallows.
Marshmallows.
And the ironic thing is, Kat and Phil are going to see the next Ghostbusters, and we're talking about marshmallows.
We're actually the marshmallow mafia at the moment.
So
Sorry.
yeah, so I think I'd have that. And then I'd probably finish it off with maybe some chocolate fudge on the side. Or cookies straight out of the oven. Yeah, and yeah. Glass of Baileys to finish off.
Oh, forget the Baileys. Can't
Glass
forget
of
the Baileys.
Baileys.
That's the most important. You must have Baileys, even if it's in breakfast cereal. You got to have it. Have it with your cornflakes. Why not?
Hey, I've
Perfect way
thought
to start
about
the day
that.
drunk.
I've actually thought about that.
It's the new winter recipe: Baileys with cornflakes.
I'm gonna try that actually.
Baileys with pizza. Baileys with pasta. Baileys with ice cream. Baileys with Baileys.
Baileys with ice
Baileys
cream.
with Bailey.
Well, the problem is, like, Kat's gonna try like Baileys with cornflakes. So if she rocks up to her work slurring her voice, you know she's had too much breakfast.
You know, she's just come from America. And I'm...
No, it'd have to be on a day off. I wouldn't do it on a day I had work.
It'd have to be like on a really cold, snowy day. So like, so what you do on your snowy day? And Leon would say, "Oh, I made a snowman," and Luna's going to be like, "Oh yeah, I had a hot chocolate," and Kat's going to be
Oh,
like,
You know
"I had
what?
cornflakes."
With marshmallows.
You know what? I would actually, after the soup, I'd head to the bakery and get a
Some
hot
Baileys.
piping croissant with chocolate inside it.
And Baileys.
Maybe.
That actually sounds really good. Bailey's Irish cream. Oh,
Oh, yes. I'm salivating. I'm licking my lips.
celebrating these imaginary foods.
Just smell of them. It's like,
I'm laughing so much I'm going beetroot red.
This show was proudly brought to you by Baileys.
Patent pending.
I wish they would sponsor us. How cool would it be to
Yeah,
get
Baileys.
free
Where-
Baileys?
Where's the money? Where's the money? Okay.
Baileys, if you're listening, yes, please.
We'll be paid in Baileys. You're happy about that?
Not just the chocolate one. The
We'll change our name to Bailey, all of us.
Yes.
Bailey space.
We'll be the Bailey space.
It's not just the chocolate one, guys. It's also the strawberry.
No, the
one.
strawberry one is next level goods.
I know.
Why can't we just name our next child Bailey?
Drink responsibly. Please look up the age level within your country.
And name your children
But
Bailey
please
after
drink-
that.
But please do drink responsibly. We're not trying to. But yeah,
We're not
That
trying to
is-
get people drunk at breakfast.
that is it for our podcast. Thank you so much to Luna, to Leon, and Buckets. This has been so fun. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Mono. I really love you being an inspo for this. I can't wait for you to join us on an episode on our podcast in the next couple of weeks. From what you've told me. And we're gonna have so much fun. Thank you to everyone, to the newest of subscribers, current and viewers. Please let us know in the comments below of all our questions. And we look forward to seeing you guys next week. Thank you so much. Until then, stay neat. God bless. Goodbye.
Right.